So I was a fan of the original show, not so much a fan of the ending. Less said about the reboot, the better, but we come to another reboot. So let's review the first 2 episodes of Dexter Resurrection. So right from the off, we're thrown straight back into the world, exactly where the last reboot ended. And honestly, I think to myself, what are the themes of this show? What difference is it going to make this better than the last experience? Now, it's pretty obvious that Harrison and Dexter, they're just carrying on their relationship, which makes sense. It's got parallels from the original show, except that Harrison's actually alive, unlike Dexter's father. So you actually get to see it in real life, which is a plus. It's something that makes it different and makes it stand out, although you had that with the last reboot, and guess what? It didn't save it. And in this series, they're building up to a big boss, which I think is going to be Tyrion Lannister himself, Peter Dinklage. So there is that, and from the first couple of episodes, yeah, I can see how that might be something interesting, some sort of a cult thing, but with a business arrangement. Not totally sure. I'm quite happy to see where that goes. Now, when it comes to the Dark Passenger, because Dexter has moved into the city to follow Harrison, yeah, this is very much more of a side quest. Like, you can see Dexter is trying to get match fit, and I'm fine with that. Again, it's trying to gently get us into the series, get us into the swing of things, so I'm prepared to wait and see how that goes. I don't expect it to drag on for that long, though. But I didn't think the dream sequences in the first episode were... the length of them wasn't needed. It's just like, right, we had a reboot, and how much do these really serve? What does this really give us, seeing all these past characters and everything? I just want things to start rolling, like Batista. Again, an old character, but we're getting new stuff, new dynamic with an old dynamic. And actually, I thought he did a really good job of being like, I'm trying to kind of be your buddy in a cop way, but at the same time, guess what? I'm suspicious, and I'm just going to lead these things on to make you uncomfortable, see where you go with it and everything. So maybe running away wasn't the best idea from Batista, though I get he was trying to help Harrison. I wanted to see more of that. I want to see more of that going on, but compared to the dream sequences, I wanted to see more than that. Hopefully we get a lot of Batista this season. And I also want to give a shout out to Jack Alcott, who did a great job with Harrison before, and he's still doing a good job. I'm glad they retained him. I'm glad he's a core part of this. We never got to see, we saw some flashbacks with Dexter, but we never got to see him early on, a bit like an early Bruce Wayne, or an early, well, not where he's murdering people, but just an early version of him where he's making mistakes, but you can see, you've got the potential because you're doing this right, like the bleach they made a big deal of, which bleach he used. They got it over that he knows what he's doing, but he's still naive. He still might be doing stuff in a rush. And when you consider the way that he killed the guy, it was a crime of passion, which kind of breaks his code. So it's a mix of things. But you imagine Harrison getting better at what he's doing, and we're actually getting to see this in action. I like that aspect. And Dexter rebuilding his life, trying to be human in New York. Yeah, I dig that in a way, because it's like, okay, Dexter's building stuff up. The last reboot, there was a big thing of, I felt love for the first time. And it's like, okay, I think that's kind of a bit far-fetched in terms of where he was before, but, the original series. But it's just, look, him trying to rebuild his life, be with normal people. They're obviously trying to redeem Dexter in a way. I'll see where it goes again. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't tedious, not like the dream sequences. So they got the mixture on that probably about right. And he's around such nice, wholesome people now. That's a very good Dexter sign, I'd say. But in conclusion, overall, it just seems like a character that's been dropped into another show, because a big part of the original Dexter was the cop drama element of it. He was working in the morgue. He was with the cops all the time. Yeah, they wanted to do that whole he's so close, but yet they can't see him right under their nose. But you got the... how do I describe it? Like the regular just cop things they were doing. Like everything was right. We got a bolo out on so-and-so and all this other stuff. And that was a big part of Dexter. Yes, the killing was, the fact he was a weirdo, he was hiding it, the murder mystery, well, mystery for the characters, not for us, and the way he was hiding it even from his sister. But the regular day-to-day cop stuff I thought was a big thing, and I don't think they've replaced that well. It can't do it again, I get it, but then you think to yourself, was this really needed as a reboot, except for the fact that everything has to be rebooted? Probably not, and yeah, the ending wasn't the greatest, but they could just have left it where it was, because I'm not confident this is going to be amazing, but maybe it will be. Who knows? I'm going to hold out hope that it will at least be average to average good. But what did you think? Did you enjoy it? Perhaps you thought it was the masterpiece of all masterpieces, or maybe you thought, oh my God, I'm going to have to go through Dexter again, which you don't, because you actually have free will. So maybe that's my closest thing to an advert here. Free will, use it. You don't have to watch it, unlike me. But please comment anything you want, subscribe, like, ring the bell, all that stuff. Thank you very much for your support, and until next time, I'll see you later.